Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, so this is Cards and Coffee. And if y'all don't know, now you know that Cards and Coffee happens on my other channel. If y'all want regular tarot readings, that's where I've moved to. It's called the Valley of Fire. I'll add the link when I'm done with this video. Ooh, patience is bitter, but its fruit is sweet. That is the message we're starting out with today. All right, so I'm going to get a general just for the full moon next 3 days of casting. Don't you love it when it's on a synchronicity like that? Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right. So we're going to start out with a general first. And then we will, I guess, move into the zodiac at that point. If you guys haven't checked it out, I did put up the spell video for this full moon. I do realize that people would like it if I was, I don't know, I guess a little bit more edgier with the magic and things like that. But I'm more of a clever woman than a witch. And I'm more of a moon priestess than a witch. And I don't hex anymore. And I don't hex anymore for a very important reason. The last hex I did, I was 19. My intentions was to take them out completely, right? It was my sister's abusive ex-husband. My sister had just lost physical custody, pretty much because she couldn't move my nephew out of state. And we had bought the house and everything down here to move down here. So it was moving to a house with 2 kids or staying up there over 1. It was a hard thing. It was a very hard thing, and he was a total jerk. And anyway, I did a casting called the Bone Breaker. I think I've only shared it with one other person. And the Bone Breaker requires a spirit contract, as most proper hexings do. So I did the casting. I was probably about between 19 and 22 when I did this. It didn't kill him. He fell down an elevator shaft. He broke both femurs on the bottom bones on your legs. He broke both of those. He won a huge workman's comp check. He went to court and said that he couldn't drive anymore to meet my sister for visitation. So now my sister had to drive the entire 15-hour round trip. And do you have any idea how many times I did that run for her out of guilt? Because I knew she would have had that half the distance had I not interfered. And that's why I don't hex anymore. The dangerous, dangerous game to play with. But I just wanted y'all to know that we will be doing Cards and Coffee. I do it like this. I do Earth Magic, a shadow card, and then a 3D, 4D, 5D rollout of what is going on. If you don't understand what 3D, 4D, 5D, if you have no measurement of that for you in your mind, then I suggest you go and look it up. I'm not saying that to be a big old B, but everybody is going to come to their own personal conceptions of what these dimensions and things are. I'm just telling you now that I will be doing a multi-dimensional spread for the collective, and then I will go ahead and do all the zodiacs. Since I got so much time this morning, everybody else is sweeping. Should we switch up these? Yes. I also say that with my magic videos too. I tried to leave as much of it open to the imagination. Initially, I was teaching these things through writing. And the beauty of writing is it forces people to use more of their imagination when they read something versus seeing a demonstration. Good morning, my friend. I've been seeing you in Cards and Coffee in a minute. The notifications get turned off on the other side. But yeah, I'm just changing things up, guys. I am not like some of the other readers that are on here, right? I've got 2 kids homeschooling. I got a boyfriend. I got my mother here, which, I mean, is a huge help, but it's still another person here. I do face-to-face readings at the Zen Den. I'm on call up there for spiritual emergencies. When people really need a reading, they can call me. You know, I do a lot of my work on Facebook. That is where most of my readings and things are generated from, and where I do my most amount of work when it comes to the internet stuff. I'm also an artist. I create things to sell up at the stores. I got my sage smudgers, my buddies. I make an array of things. And I used to sell them in my Etsy store, but if anybody's used Etsy, you know how that one goes. So I switched to selling at an actual store versus online. So, you know, it is what it is. Like, my mom here is awesome, so I got a babysitter on a regular basis if I need one. But I don't have someone to be my nanny, my, chef, my maid, my all that. No, I got to do all that too. And when I started all this, it was way before COVID, y'all. So when I started all this, I had like 5 solid hours a day that I could have all to myself. That has not happened in a very long time. Alrighty. So for the collective, we got the 9 of Pentacles going on, right? So there is an abundant energy right there waiting to be tapped into. We're just breaking through on it now, really finding the stability and the ingenuity to get with it, right? I mean, we got the Jack of Hearts here, right? Trying to find something that we love. Oh, that's a little fairy in the hand, right? Trying to keep the passion, and find something that we love. Beautiful. Alrighty. For the 40, once again, what? Really pulling in that fire energy, the divine feminine fire energy there, right? Divine feminine here, high priestess, seizing on your own power, Queen of Cups. Realizing that you need to nurture others as well. King of Pentacles, realizing that you are in control of far more than you realize. Though I do have the 8 of Cups here, which is one thing that you can't control, and you know it's within your control, but you are having a hard time moving on mentally from something. Ain't we all? Funny for the collective. We got the King of Pentacles here again, right? Definitely take control. Ace of Wands. Keep your focus through your third eye on your intuition, on how you're going to follow your passions. The sun is coming back out. We will be moving into a brighter era here soon. Knight of Pentacles, messages about money and opportunities will be coming in, but you cannot be afraid. Right? I love the Judgment card in this deck, right? Because it's almost like she wants to be the ballerina there. Like, that's what she's praying for. But you can't have judgment. You can't judge yourselves, right? And you can't forget yourself. And playing these little games and doing all these things that we've been doing, you can't forget yourself. And, I didn't even know that when I started, right? Revenge isn't the answer. Revenge isn't the answer. And sometimes and being vengeful, like my story at the beginning, you end up making it easier on the other person. Now, just before I go into Aries, and crystal focus, right? I've had the discussion about crystals on my cards and coffee page, right? You all put out an original frequency. Everybody is just like a crystal. Everybody has their own frequencies that they put out. Don't be mad if your frequency is not the same as others. As long as it's not hurting anybody, your frequency is your frequency. You are allowed to be an individual. All right? Now, as for the happy ending to that story, my nephew, that was when I was 20. Now he's grown, engaged, and lives next door to my sister with his baby and his fiance and everything. So don't be so quick to jump in there and get involved in other people's karma, no matter what you think the good reason is. All right, so we're going to look into Aries now. I just want to throw that reminder out there, y'all, that I did do the astrology video. It's the first half of the spell video. If you're not interested in the magic, that's what the astrology is. We do have that Virgo moon opposed to literally everything right now. And I think Leo King said something about the Ashford Lucifers over there with them. Funny about the story of Lucifer and the fall of the divine feminine is what I ended up finding when I researched that. But anyway, we got all the energies in Pisces right now. The two fish with their tails tied together. Come on, give me a card for Aries. Queen of my world, Aries. Aries are. Oh, man. And it's not a narcissistic thing. It's just I've dated so many fire signs, and so many of them were Aries. I adore other fire signs. Mainly because there's probably nobody else in the room that can take the attention away from the Aries except for maybe a Leo. Where'd you go? Aries fairies. All right, let's see what we got for your 3D, 45D. I'll just get on rolling through this. Once again, for anybody who's going to be timestamping and jumping in timestamps, cards and coffee on a regular basis is on my other page called The Valley of Fire. We also have Loot, or 143 Loot, which is the page that me and Rob do, where we do other stuff. Not necessarily anything to do with magic or nothing. You want to see what shenanigans we get into that over there. That's his fun. But this page is going to be going mostly to magic. Like I said, it's going to be going to magic in the sense of inspiring magic. I'm not the kind of person that's going to tell everybody exactly what they need to do. Oh, you need to just whatever. Put this in a bag and tie it to a tree under the moon for 3 nights while chanting these words. And I'm not going to do all that, y'all, because that's not realistic. That's Hollywood. Cunning women back in the beginning of time did not waste their time on flair and smoke and mirrors. But if you were sick, they gave you a bone broth or an herb tea. they did logical things with logic things. All right, Aries, what do we got going on here? What? Whoo, careful, watch your tongue right now, all right? You can be really opinionated or really hasty. Just try to mind your words a little bit. I'm not saying hold anything in. That's not a good idea for Aries at all. Don't hold it in. But at least take a minute to catch and see if you can just filter a couple of words before it leaves your mouth, all right? King of Pentacles again, right? It's okay to be in control, but don't be so in control that you will sabotage yourself. All right? Nine of Cups. You are in a beautiful state right now in the 3D Aries, right? I do see a bit of a player-esque energy around you, though. Not sure who that is. I'm not calling it out on you. It could be you. It could be the Seven of Cups in this deck I call the player card, right? Someone with a lot of options. And it could be you as well. Because if you're pumping this, you attract a lot of this. But you are definitely a fountain of love right now, Aries. And just keep that going. Keep that going, all right? See, the only thing that can mess you up is just be mindful. Look, a lot of people get really upset if you sound way too flirtatious. Fire signs are notorious for flirting, whether we are or not. All right. On your 4D, I still see you doing a lot of inner work. Don't focus on those failures. Focus on those lessons. Put them, see how you're creating the circles. See how you're creating the cycles. Learn your lesson and break them. There's no such thing as failure, right? Justice will balance itself out. Justice will balance itself out. I know it feels like you're being really harshly judged right now. And you feel like that's how people think about you. But don't focus on spilled cups, right? Right? Those who get it matter, and those who don't get it never mattered, honey. Those who don't get it never mattered. Not everybody came here to get along with everybody. And you can't worry about what other people are thinking about you all the time, because that is just going to lead you to your own self-destructive thought behavior, okay? Because half the time, they're not even thinking that. And don't worry about people who are mad about the past, because it's pretty much been proven that even people's memories of the past, they only remember about 50% of it correctly. The rest of it are delusions that they added in themselves. This is what we mean when we say you create your own reality. You have no idea how powerful your mind is. It'll completely rewrite the past. And it does it in other people. So if other people remember you being way harsher and that's not what you were trying, don't fight them, because that is their reality and nothing you say or do will change that for them. All right. And Aries, especially with that first card, we have a very big problem, which is continuously running our mouths, trying to defend ourselves. And the more you try to defend yourself, just the guiltier and more crazy you look. So if they don't get it, just drop it. All right. Justice will come out in the end. 5D is telling you this. Aries, stay in your power, right? Right? Stay in your power. Some people came here to play checkers. Some people came to play multidimensional chess. Which game did you come to play? Okay. You chose that when you got here. You didn't want the easy game, right? Emperors and royalty play chess. They do not play checkers. Also, just a little side note, and I don't know why this popped into my head. The royal family in England are forbidden from playing Monopoly. That is not considered a highbrow game. That is considered a lowbrow game. They don't like it. They think it teaches poor values. Get the King of Cups here. Now, the King of Cups upright is different from the King of Cups reversed. Is like a sociopath, devoid of emotion, right? They don't even feel anything, right? But the King of Cups upright, how he controls his emotions is he allows the ebb and flow. Like I said, don't hold nothing in. Allow it to come in. Allow it to flow back out, right? Breathe with it. When a hard emotion comes in, breathe in and accept it for what it is. Breathe out, release it, right? That is the true objective of meditation. And a lot of people mess it up. A lot of people go in and I'm going to go meditate on this problem. I am going to go meditate on this idea. I'm going to go meditate on this reading. And that is not meditation. Meditation is, you're supposed to be clearing your mind of all thoughts. You're supposed to be learning how to let go of a thought, not hold on to it so much. All right. The world is open to you. Things are starting to turn. Right. Just keep your mind focused. Where are you going? You're spiraling up. Keep your focus on where you're spiraling up to. Don't worry about the distractions. Keep following your guides. Anything else in here? Yeah, keep following your guides. Keep doing the math. Oh, where is it? There it is. Keep doing the math. And following your intuition, Aries. All right, you got Queen of the World. You are in control of your world, but just like that Ace of Pentacles in this deck that had the devil on it, too much control can be detrimental. You can find yourself queen of your world all by yourself, right? Always respectfully work with the Fae, ground, reach that 4D energy. Aries, you have toddlers of the universe. We are designed to live in wonder, right? I said, even my boyfriend's an Aries. We love it. Everywhere we go, we get distracted by everything, birds, flowers, mushrooms, all that stuff. Don't be afraid to do that. Get out into nature and definitely do that. All right. Just notice at the end here, there's going to be the card for everybody. Patience is bitter, but the fruit is sweet. All right. Taurus. Let's see what you got going on for the 3D, 4D, 5D. Oh, man, excuse me. It went from being 40 degrees to, there we go, to 80 degrees in 2 nights. So, and it's going to be 80 all weekend. We can't wait. It's supposed to be gorgeous tomorrow night. Ooh, sleep per trance to dream. Taurus, you can't sleep away your problems. If you start focusing on how the dream world is so much better than your reality, your dream world will get better and better, and your reality will get worse or worse. Sleeping's never solved any of your problems. Unless your problem was insomnia. Then it was... I hope you guys can't hear the noise in the background. I did the video last night where I had to jump up and I was like running around shutting people's doors because for some reason everybody started playing their music, because Thursday nights are Friday nights around here for us because my kids don't have school. All right, we got this winter solstice and the spring equinox. Actually, I should say the spring equinox and the winter solstice. That's usually how they fall into place. Funny, that's coming up. Ostara is next month. All right, let's see what the 3D, 4D, 5D have to say about this. Once again, for those of you jumping on the timestamps, Cards and Coffee is where I do a 3D, 4D, 5D spread almost every morning. Sometimes I do cards and cocktails in the evenings. And that's also where the Sipping and Trippings with Rob will be. Moving most of my tarot reading over there, and this page will be moving mostly just to magic. Ooh, Taurus. 5D line looks beautiful. Let's see what we got going on. Who do we have in Taurus? Yep. Got a couple planets in Taurus. All right, Taurus. I got the Jack of Pentacles here, some ideas on things that you might be wanting to work on or work towards or make or create or things of that nature. Jack of Pentacles is kind of like the inspirational kind of card where you get ideas coming in. That could be crafting ideas just for your home or something that you can even think about trying to invest in. I definitely see some power coming in. Something that you've worked hard for moving away from, but now you've got a solid focus on what direction you want to go to. And I do see the Four of Cups here at the end, right? Now the Four of Cups in this deck has this little fairy in the middle. And it's just kind of just don't forget in whatever it is you're searching for as you're like accepting and not accepting cups and everything else like that. But the core is you're really supposed to be focusing on what does make you happy. What makes you happy? And don't covert aerial intelligence. But like I said, but the sleep pertains to dream card. The Four of Cups can also be an overindulgence. So I think it's kind of an overindulgence in trying to like sleep away your problems. Which we get it. Everybody gets that. That's a huge sign of depression. And there is a lot of that for everybody going around right now. They even have a whole term for it. It's called the COVID depression. And, it is what it is, But know that you can't sleep it away, no matter how boring things are. It was better if you seize on that Jack of Pentacles energy and focus on actually creating and doing something with your time. All right, because you got the Prince of Pentacles here again. And this even has the bull pulling the chariot. You have ideas running in your mind, right? You should start working on them, okay? All right. I do see some sort of toxic thought pattern or cord or something that makes you feel like you are unworthy of this energy, unworthy of what? Of abundance? I mean, not sure, right? Or maybe you think you can't do it on your own, and that's a codependency thing that's got you bound out of that energy, and that's why you don't think you can do these ideas, and you're sleeping too much. But you can. What? Stick to your virtues, right? It doesn't have to be perfect, but if you don't like it, you know what I'm saying, do another one, right? Practice the skills. It doesn't have to be for a lucrative purpose. Whatever it is that you've got some inspiration on, work on. But keep your values and standards to it, okay? Without over-judging yourself, all right? Another 10 of Wands reversed here, right? Now, this is usually this way. I'm saying like put down burdens that aren't yours, put up healthy boundaries. This way, pick up burdens that are yours. Ooh. Pick up burdens that are yours. Pick and choose what it is you want to carry, but pick up something and get moving. All right. 5D line. 6 of Swords. And with that, Gemini being in the North Node in Gemini with the 6 again there too. It's a lot of rites of passage going on, right? You are being guided and pulled into a direction. I know it might feel a little lonely right now, but this is pulling you in the direction that you need to go. Though we still got this 4 of Cups. What? Not paying attention to all this beautiful creative energy right here and just like looking off into the distance and distracting yourself. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Page of Wands. Get out there. Practice, have fun, be silly. King of Cups. There's a lot of love out there for you, Taurus. There's a lot of love out there for you, but you got to learn. I sounded really cocky. You got to learn. You just got to balance those out. Now, with this moon being in Virgo and everything the way it is, and the planets in your sign, you get some big ones, which are all about enlightenment and expansion. It's a lot of time of reflection going on. A lot of redefining who you are and being reborn. All right. So allow those changes to happen, but get up and start making some changes. Nothing's going to happen laying in your bed or laying on your couch. All right, Taurus, Gemini. Gemini. Alrighty, so yeah, once again, I know this is going to be really repetitive. For my jumpers, cards and coffee are that I do in the morning, cards and cocktails, sipping and tripping. Most of my impromptu, off-the-cuff tarot reading is on the Valley of Fire page. I'll put the link in the description when I'm done doing this live. All right, Gemini. Alone in the World. If you haven't seen it, check out the spell video with the astrology at the beginning, and you can look into, this is our goddess this month. This is the Virgo card in the goddess deck, and that is the Chang-O goddess. And thinking about this card, Alone in the World, makes me think of her and how she betrayed her lover and left him on earth as immortal to die and be stuck in the reincarnation cycle. And she got stuck on the moon forever watching him reincarnating, never dying and never changing, never making it back up to heaven, never making it back down to earth. Ooh, deep. Though I do, really, for real though, look up that legend. It's a beautiful legend. Not getting a strong thing that in your own personal research, you will find other variations of that story or a detail that will bring something to light for you. Shape-shifting. Well, if anybody's a shape-shifter, it's going to be the Geminis, right? I mean, I have a bunch of personalities, but at least they're all kind of the same. Geminis are the only ones I know that have like two dualistic personalities. I don't know how the North Node being stuck in Gemini for so long might be affecting you guys. I know I have a North Node. My North Node is in Gemini. That's the only Gemini placement I have. So yeah, my purpose is in Gemini. Isn't that a trip? The twins. Of course it is. Why not? So's a Leo King. So's Rob. All the kids born in 83 and 84 have a North Node in Gemini. Funny, right? Because we don't consider ourselves the millennial group. We don't really fit in with that age group, but we don't fit in really with the group before us either. Alrighty. All right, Gemini, no lie, we're starting out Seven of Swords, bit of deceit going on, either lying to yourself or someone's lying to you. I do see a ton of passion, but you got a Three of Swords going on, something you ain't talking about, or somebody else is not talking about with you, but there is a Three of Swords. It does not necessarily mean cheating. Sometimes it could just be an obsessive thought pattern in the back of somebody's mind that somebody cannot stop thinking about somebody else, even though they are still with you, or vice versa, you're doing it to them, right? That can end up making you pretty freaking cold, can't it? But I don't know who to give my heart to because my mind is being pulled in two different directions. So I'm going to King the Swords it. And I love this card. This is the one that I go, I am the machine. What? I'm just going to rock it out. All right. But deep down, You're a big old romantic gushy soul, and you do want that love. So you're going to have to find some balance on that in the 3D. Figure out what the deceit is, whether it's you or them or whatever. Figure out what's painful to pull those strings through your heart out, but it is no less painful than leaving them in there forever as a dull ache. Rip the Band-Aid off. All right? Ooh, I don't know if I should say it like that. That's just straight up mean. All right. The universe is calling you, but you're not being very nurturing right now. You're kind of being a big old bee, even to yourself in your own mind. This is the 40 line, right? Call a damn truce with yourself. Stop eating yourself up over this stuff, right? And seize on your own damn power. Stop stealing it from others. That was a specific message for one Gemini in particular. So if that doesn't resonate with you, it's not for you. Gemini, you got all the power in the world. You don't have to emanate or pretend to be anybody else. You have all the power you need within you, right? You just got to find that truce. Whatever this is in your mind that has you back and forth that you need to find a truce with, find that truth. Whether it's just you and your alter ego fighting, find that truce. Join, merge, be one. You have all that power to control it. You are not a victim to anything in this world unless you deem yourself that. 8 of Cups, 5D. Move on. 2 of Cups. Focus on new loving connections, right? King of Wands, super passion coming in, or you've got super passion for someone and then you're trying to dull it down. Don't do that. Page of Pentacles, plant some damn seeds, start some healthy practices. 7 of Pentacles, tend to your seeds once they are planted, all right? If you are alone in the world, take a lesson from Chang O. Own how your own attitude and decisions and choices and reactions in the world led you here. Take some accountability for it, call a truce, and move on. All right? It's time to shapeshift. And now it's time to shapeshift into who you truly are. Not who you think people want you to be, not to what you think is going to be the most popular, none of that. Who you truly are. All right. And who you truly are should always be an ever-evolving, shape-shifting process your whole life. No matter how old you are now, you're going to go from your maiden to your mother to your crone phase. You're going to continue to do this. All right. Cancer. Whew. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer for my timestamp jumpers. I'm not timestamping this, by the way, so good luck to y'all. If someone does and you do happen to start jumping, cards and coffee. These spreads with the Shadow, the Earth Magic, 3D, 4D, 5D spreads are on the Valley of Fire page. Most of my tarot reading will be over there from now on. This page will be mostly magic. Now, I guess I'll go over it again. The magic that I do on this page is meant to be simple. It's supposed to be the most basic core part of the spell that I am telling you, right? Your job is to take the information that I give you and then embellish on it yourself. Create your own altars, grids, add ingredients, change them up, substitute. Get in there. All the way in there if you're going to do magic. Really change your perspective on it, right? Do you have for you, Cancer? Triumph of Lies. Change your perspective. Stop falling for the lies. All right, let's see what the 3D, 4D, 5D's got for you. There we go. I've got a lot to do this weekend. Got a bunch to do this afternoon, and then tomorrow is the actual full moon, so I have just done all morning, and then in the evening we will be doing the ritual over in the coven, the silver cord. Links for that are under the magic posting videos. If you ever wanted to get in on the spell castings and everything else, and the spirals and whatnot, need to come over to the coven, the silver cord, on Facebook. And the links are in the description of the other video. And I know people will look at me and they'll be like, well, that's so silly, Celeste. Why don't you just make it so easy for people to find you? Why don't you put the links in all your videos? Why don't you do this? Because it's not supposed to be easy. I'm not supposed to be easy to find. Magic is not supposed to just be spoon-fed to you. But I hate that term, baby witches. Babies are helpless things. They can't take care of themselves. They don't know how to express themselves besides doing anything but crying. They need to be spoon-fed everything. They're completely helpless. I don't like that. I don't like that. You're supposed to be searching, reaching, going for it, looking for it, letting your intuition guide you down different knowledge paths. You're not supposed to just be spoon-fed knowledge. That was what elementary school is for. High school and college should have taught you how to do your own research. All right. Cancer. Got the same warning as Aries, man. Just be mindful of your mouth. Don't be too opinionated, too hasty right now. You definitely got something you're really moving on from. With the swiftness, I see you just, look at this Queen of Fire in this one. What? Boom. I had a Venus in Pisces, and I'm a Queen of Fire card here. But, yeah. With you being a water sign and all, that's cool. I see this really just being all about being in love with yourself again on the 3D level. I love that. That feels awesome, y'all. Just be mindful that you're not overindulging in your self-love here to the point where you're missing opportunities around you. I definitely do see a 10 of Cups coming in, but with this deck with the Reaper, right? It's you have to let the old cycle completely die. You have to finish doing this before you jump into a new cycle, but you definitely are getting ready to, you are pumping that loving energy around you. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful 3D. All right, for the 4D line, we got the Two of Wands, seeing where you're wanting to go, but not feeling like you really got the back of the universe right now. Stick to your virtues. Don't lose hope. Don't focus on defeats, all right? Now, if you've got a defeat or something like that has happened to you, understand what it's your choice on whether you could be the one to pick up the swords and move on. Two of Swords, make a choice. Or you can lie here on the ground, stuck in a Three of Swords forever. All right? It's up to you. I personally am a pick up my swords and move on kind of person, right? Even in the defeat, you can be happy that the buildup and the battle finally happened and now it's over. All right? Move on from it, all right? Get the Four of Cups here reversed. Be mindful that you're not missing out on opportunities around you, right? Three of Wands. Focus on what makes you feel passionate. Five of Wands. Even if you got to fight for it, right? Page of Swords. I definitely see some ideas coming in that are going to take you in some new directions and make things a little bit easier for you and giving you a little bit more control, all right? It is coming. The battle is over. Now it's just, this is just riding it out. All right? Triumph of Lies. Change your perspective. All right? If the defeat is somebody's lying about you, and everybody else is believing it, anybody who believes a lie about you, cut them loose. They're not part of your path. Look, a lot of these huge shifts that are going on are dramatically altering people's paths. And to dramatically alter your path, The universe will go through some dramatic steps to remove people that are not part of your new path. Allow it to happen. Allow the shifts to happen. It could be lonely for a little bit, but it is worth it in the end. Patience is bitter, but its fruit is sweet. All right, Cancer, Leo. Leos. How are my roaring lions doing? I was just talking about you guys in the Aries reading. How I love my fire signs. I've dated a couple of Leos. One Leo I dated the first night I met him. He ran outside. We were at a hotel party on like the 4th floor, and he did a handstand on the handrail on the balcony. Luckily, when he fell in instead of out. That would have left a hell of an impression, a splattered spot on a parking lot floor. But it just goes to show you, if a Leo likes you, you'll know. Oh, you'll know. The child I was meant to be. Communing with spirit. Ooh, see a lot of inner child work going on here. See what else we got going on? Oh, also, for my timestamp jumpers, Leos, cards and coffee, cards and cocktails, this 3D, 40, 5D spread, I do pretty regularly on my other channel, The Valley of Fire. This channel will be going mostly just to magic. One more. I'm telling you, some people are like, oh, the full moon is so draining. Not for me. Not for me. But the insomnia is not so bad, but I usually can survive fine off 4 or 5 hours a night. Any more than that, I usually actually is worse for me. But, you know, the full moon energies, that's also, like I said, when we talk about creating your own reality. If you were every full moon, the full moon's coming. I cannot control myself. Good morning, honey. I'm on Leo right now. But, you know, if you're constantly going into the full moons every month going, oh, the full moon's crazy. Oh, I'm so drained. Oh, I can't do this. Oh, the full moon. Don't do that. Why are you casting that? Why are you casting that? My whole thing with the moons is if you seize upon that energy, instead of just letting it be anxiety that builds up and goes, pow, and you're fighting all this time to control it. And drain. Stop that. Focus it. Put it in an area. Send it out into a direction. Do something with it, and it won't drain you. Oh, I love that. I love that. Me and my man are both Aries, and my best friend is they're both Libras, and my sisters and her husband are both Pisces. I love double sign zodiacs. Dating couples. People talk about, you want to face the mirror, date your own sign. All right, Leos. We got a bunch of fiery passion, right? Getting ready to draw back arrows, send them in a direction, right? I see a lot of fountain of lovey-dovey energy going on. You guys are really getting excited about the seasons getting ready to change. I do see the 10 of Wands here. A bit of burdens, a bit of boundaries need to be put up. I do see you have the confliction here. And now I even brought this up during the spell video, right? 9 of Swords, 9 of Cups. What 9 of Cups, what I am in this beautiful energy. 9 of Swords, how do I defend this energy? Ooh, defensive. Now I don't want to lose this. It's a balance. It is a balance. All right. Just be mindful that whatever burdens you're carrying are burdens that you want to carry, right? that you're taking full responsibility of what you're supposed to be taking full responsibility for. Don't take on any burdens that aren't yours or that you cannot help with, right? We can't fix everything. And as I'm a Leo rising, so we have this really big problem where if we sense, even if it, like I said, your partner is overburdened, we're going to try to decode it. Leos are like, I don't know, Leos that like are obsessed with like untangling necklaces and things like that. Well, we got to figure it out. We want to figure it out. We want to understand you so bad. So just maintain in this area. If somebody's going through something and they've got their 10 of rods wall around them, just give them a minute. They'll come out and they'll explain it to you when they get their mind wrapped around it. All right. You're still 9 of Cups at the end. Whatever's going on in 3D, you're still 9 of Cups at the end. So don't let this shake you on that. Maintain that fountain of love. Maintain it, right? You're a hunter. You know exactly what you want and what you're going for, right? On the 40 line, we got the Prince of Swords. Which I'm going to say for everybody, just right now with everything that's going on, don't be too opinionated. Don't be too hasty. Watch your words. 6 of Swords. This is all a rite of passage going on. 3 of Swords. Now, 3 of Swords, it's not, everybody always goes right away. I'm going to tell you now, you got it twice, to the third party situation. Now, third party situations do not mean anybody is cheating, right? It just means somebody has another person predominantly on their mind. This could be a person they've recently lost. This could be a parent that casts a lot of judgment. They're having to weed through that. This is anything that, invades their mind and keeps it from being able to focus on the positives of your relationship. It's a distraction. That's all, right? So if that's you or if that's them, just take your time to really process that sorrow, right? Process it so that you can remove the swords from your heart, right? Your power is on manifesting around you, right? Building those seeds, planting them, working on your skills. 5 of Pentacles reversed. I do see coming out of the money worry here. Right? It's like, this is worrying really hard. I feel like something has ended, that there was a huge worry, a huge burden, and it's past now. But sometimes even then, depending on what it is and what all has been going on, losing that worry means you lost something very important. So don't feel guilty about that, okay? Don't feel guilty about that. Whatever you're worrying about and whatever it's past now, it's past, and allow it to start to lighten up, process through it. All right, so I got the Fool card here, right? Taking a leap. Love it, right? She's over like this pond with a crystal grid in it, with her crystal, focusing the energy, casting it up. And I feel like this card is not so much about taking a leap of faith, but genuinely casting your energy in the areas that you want to grow and that you truly believe in, right? Hold on to that 2 of Wands. You see the future that you want to go towards, right? Finish working through this, right? You got to heal these kinds of wounds too. A lot of reason that people don't get over the 3 of Swords is because they don't ever actually heal from it, right? They don't take the time. They just haphazardly sew it up, bandage it up, and then they don't focus on it anymore, right? Like, if I just ignore it, it'll go away. No, if you just ignore it, it becomes a festering wound. When those thoughts creep into your mind, you have to genuinely take care of them, let them flow in, let them flow out, but you do have to acknowledge them and acknowledge them and allow that feeling to ebb in and flow out. Don't bottle it. Don't try to stop it from coming in. Don't try to catch it and bottle it once it does. Allow it to flow. Some cords can never be broken. I see you mentioning his mother a lot here. Some cords will never be broken. It's just where the energy cord connection goes to is a different place. All right. It's about hope and renewal here. Still got the Ten of Swords here, right? It's a lot of looking back still going on, but keep your focus on the future, all right? Leo, the child I was meant to be, right? Whenever I get this card, I always say, remember who you were before the world got their hands on you. Try to focus on, where your spirit truly lies. What inspired you most when you were a child? Things of that nature. And you'll find a lot of peace in those areas. And let go of toxic programming you picked up from people who didn't know any better, and focus on the good things that you were taught, right? And the wonder in those, and try to emulate the good, try to repurpose the bad so that it does some good in your life, right? Don't be afraid to commune with spirit. There is signs all around you constantly. Nature will always be trying to give you signs. And if you ask for signs from the universe, accept them when they come in. Leo. That was heavy. All right, Virgo. Good morning, Miss Cat. Oh, Virgos. Just saying that I move letting everybody know that Cards and Coffee, these spreads are always over on the Valley of Fire page, along with Cards and Cocktails, Sippin and Trippin with Rob, all that good jazz. What we got going on for Virgos with your full moon in Virgo, opposed to everything in the sky right now? With that sun in Pisces, how you guys hold it up? Ooh. Yep, my overthinkers. Of course. Can't take it there, y'all. You can't take it there. I hope you didn't skip my story at the beginning of what revenge gets you. If you time-stamped and jumped to over here, go back to the beginning and watch before I read Aries. And the collective reading. What do we got? Ooh, Dragonfly. Big transformations coming in for you, Virgo. I hope you're taking this time to really contemplate. Not overthink. There's a difference. Overthinking is the same obsessive thought pattern over and over again that never gets you anywhere. It's the definition of insanity. Contemplation is working towards a resolution and actually making progress in the thought process. If you're not making progress in the thought process, you're overthinking. I'm an hour building on freaking. Yeah, these spreads take a minute, y'all. These spreads take a minute. But I like to be thorough with it. And if you don't know what I mean by the 3D, 4D, 5D, like I said at the beginning, please take a moment and go and research it a little bit. Because everybody has a slightly different perspective on what's going on based on the filters of what programs they were raised in. So it's all the same. Everybody's just using different words to describe it all. So whatever 3D, 4D, 5D means for you. 3D definitely for me is earth-based physical reality, right? 4D, thought process. 5D, higher realms. Whatever that means to you. Some people are like, I'm in the 12th dimension. I'm like, wow, that must be really difficult to function on 3D if you're constantly in the 12D. Who am I to knock anybody's spiritual experience? Experts. All right, Virgos. Let's see what we got going on. Blue, 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 blue. Wonderful. Wonderful. This full moon in your sign is really giving you guys a boost. What? Boom. Breaking through. Boom. I see this kind of like breaking a web that you might have been stuck in. Really seeing where you want to go. A big victory for you coming in. 8 of Swords here at the end. So I see a victory, but I'm not sure you're exactly happy about the victory. It's like it's a victory, but you were trapped by the victory. But you have made a huge breakthrough. You're going to have to finish contemplating. I'm telling everybody, look up Chang'o, Chinese Chang'o goddess. There'll be a lot of accountability that is going on right now in the decisions that we make. And with the 8 of Swords here at the end of your card, it's a lot of, that's the blindfolded woman standing in the Circle of Swords. It's a lot of, you know exactly what you've done to trap yourself in whatever situation that you're trapped in, or that you appear to be trapped in. Because the 8 of Swords is also the appearance of being trapped when you are not trapped, right? I see overcoming a deceit, really sitting with yourself. I'm seeing a struggle between friends and a soul connection, right? A lover's connection and a friend's connection, that there's some sort of disconnect there because they're both reversed. King of Swords, you just got to cut through the bullshit, whatever that is, whatever's going on here that's got these two reversed, because like you got these two on either side of the 3 of Cups and the 2 of Cups reversed. But figure out what's most important, cut out what's not. And I'm telling you, be mindful of whatever the deceit was. Whether it was you that led into the situation, sometimes it wasn't even a malicious deceit. It was you genuinely thought you wanted something, and then realizations come in, people change, things change. Thought processes change. We evolve, we grow, it happens. So whether you need to move on from some friend cycles that are toxic to your relationship, or if you're realizing that your relationship is toxic to your friend cycle and you don't want to end up alone, stuck with a narcissist, you need to balance it out and figure that out. Finish the contemplation, but be mindful of what you choose, okay? Be mindful of what you choose. Chang'o thought she was being extremely logical. Like if this ever story defined a Virgo, look it up. All right. Got the Ace of Pentacles on the 5D. Keep planting those seeds all the way down to the 3D. Be quick thinking, be perceptive, don't be sharp with your words, but be very, very clear and precise with what it is you truly want. Nurture the ground that you stand on. Nurture those that you are responsible for, those with you bring life to, those whose lives are dependent on you. That should be your focus. Got the King of Cups here upside down, all right? I just mentioned this in the other deck. I'm like, upright, the King of Cups is in control of his emotions, as in he allows those emotions to wash in. He recognizes them. He honors them for where they came from, and then he releases them without holding on to any toxic thought patterns. This, reversed, he doesn't have any feelings. I've said this before. This is kind of like a sociopath card. What? He is void of feelings, but instead of honoring the ebb and flow of feelings, he's blocked it. That's only going to last for so long, right? Got the 5 of Wands reversed here at the end, just unable to get over a conflict. All right. This is not going to do you any favors. I don't care how wrong you feel. Revenge. And I'm getting a strong message here of doing what is perceived to be positive things, but just doing it to hurt another person. Look how wonderful I'm doing for this person. I'm doing that to show you that I could have been doing that for you. Be mindful where your subconscious intent is on when you're doing things, right? That's not the kind of energy you want to be manifesting. If you want to do something nice for people, it should be genuine from your heart, not some side thing for something else. It's a dragonfly emergence. A lot of people are learning a lot of lessons right now. I'm telling you, this moon being where it is with everything on the other side, opposing it, a lot of lessons coming in, a lot of seeds being planted right now, a lot going on. Patience is bitter, but the fruit is sweet. Keep on keeping on, Virgo. Just keep your mind in a healthy headspace, okay? Not revenge, generosity, kindness. Focus on the connections that make you feel good. Libra. Whew. I know a few Libras. Libras have been doing all right. Libras have been doing all right. But they're so flowy. They're so flowy. Oh, by the way, timestamp jumpers. Cards and coffee. These kind of spreads, 30, 40, 50, are on the Valley of Fire page with cards and coffee, cards and cocktails, sipping and tripping with Rob with the deck of many things. Careful, I don't want to push a button. For chance to dream. Now, as Libras, you guys aren't really huge sleepers, but I do see you guys have a tendency to get lost in your own like fantasy minds. Libras, your Aries is opposite, right? So Aries are kind of like Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz, right? That's our rabbit hole. Libras are like Alice in Wonderland, right? You get the subtle differences there. One is a lot trippier. One is like an adventure with the defeat of the evil witch and the good witch and all that. And the other one's battling the Jabberwocky and the Mad Hatter and all that craziness. Same level of crazy. And we have the same tendency to be able to get lost in these really, really fantastical side worlds. Which is fine sometimes. Sometimes. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, my girl Luna, she's a Libra in her relationship. But me and her, we'll go down rabbit holes, man. We'll be doing the whole portal things and, you know, practicing our little telepathy games and whatnot. But there's a point where it has to come into reality. You know, there's a point where, yeah, you have to focus on the 3D sometimes and really work on those connections there, which the Libras that I do know have been working on, showing some more compassion towards their connections instead of trying to like avoid them. Not sure if I said this for Libra yet, but remember I'm going to be putting the links for the Valley of Fire below this for y'all if you want to catch my cards and coffee in the morning, or at least get the messages in the morning. I'm up stupid early. I can't help it. Yeah, I find I like using Disney. I love Disney. Disney to describe characters is great. I like using stories, and those kind of visual references kind of, I think, help explain things better. It's like, how do you describe the difference between rabbit holes? I think that's a good one. Dorothy and Alice. They both travel to another dimension. And they both have a trippy adventure. I'm telling you guys want to read some book series, read the original Dorothy's. Read the original Alice in Wonderland. mean, there's one book where the Scarecrow is actually, I think, is it the Scarecrow that's in charge of Wonderland? Oz. See, I'm getting them all torn up. All mixed up. It's been a long time. I might have to try and look those up later. All right, Libra. I see definitely a strong soul connection going on for you, right? Got the Six of Pentacles, trying to be generous with it. I got the Ten of Swords, though. You still have this little mindset of I'm trapped. And I say this all the time with relationships. There's this one dangerous moment when you're in a relationship or when you're really locked in or you're like hitting that 7-year itch. You know, y'all know what I'm talking about. If you ever anybody who's done the long-term relationships, you get that 7-year itch. You hit this thought process of, oh no, I'm stuck. Ooh, you realize you've been in the cycle for so long. And the moment you think, you know, what if I did want to leave? And then that thought comes in, I'm stuck. That is such a dangerous seed. Because the stuck seed, whether you actually feel stuck or not, or whether you actually want to leave, before you even had the chance to get the thought process through, stuck hit. And as soon as you think stuck, you're like, oh, I got to escape if I'm stuck. Be mindful. That will destroy your relationship. And I don't think you want to do that. You get the Four of Wands here, right? The Four of Wands is the 11-11 card, right? So you do have, and you have the Two of Cups right here. So I see a lot of this has to do with the Eight of Pentacles, right? Feeling an even balance, a give and flow when it comes to financial things, and wanting to be generous. Don't let this. Don't let this. Drop that. Drop that. You're not stuck. If you really want it out, you could get out. No one's a tree. You know, if you don't like where you are, you can get up and leave. You know, don't let that thought process enter anywhere in there. You're not stuck. All right. You're not stuck. You're going through a phase, right? Because even here, look, see a lot of strength coming in. Leo energy from your fellow fire signs. Ace of Cups, Fountain of Love. You've got a ton of love going on. Ten of Wands, reversed. Failure, reversed. Prince of Swords, reversed. All right, so either you or the person you're dealing with or whatever is going on right now, someone feels overburdened. Someone's just engulfed in what they perceive as a failure. And someone is being very, very not so nice with their thoughts, either on themselves or on the relationship or whatever with you. All right. And like I said, that could be that Ten of Swords playing up there too. But be mindful you're not just like, oh, I'm a failure, you know, because it's not working out right now, blah, 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 blah. Don't let that thought process eat away at you. You can destroy something really good really easily with that thought process. Don't focus on negatives, right? It's a rite of passage. This is Two of Swords. So there is a decision that needs to be made. What, you feel like you're being kind of pulled and prod and pulled in a bunch of different directions and get that blindfold on and everything. It's time to make a decision on what you want to do. It's time to call a truce and see if you really want to work for it. Six of Pentacles, again, even give and take. Don't give till it's a detriment to you, but this is really going in for a lot of even give and take within some sort of relationship. And it just seems to be a lot of finances that's the problem. Because you got the Ten of Pentacles reversed, the Seven of Pentacles reversed. All right. You can't get to the Ten of Pentacles until you go through the Seven of Pentacles. What? All the Pentacles, just like the cups in love, you have to go through all the Pentacles. Right? You got to start with the Ace, planting them, you know, and then from there. And then Seven is tending it. You got to tend to it. You got to continue to focus on it with the 8. The 9 is when you start to harvest. The 10 is when you get to celebrate the harvest. But you got to go through all the steps. Focus on the future. Keep your eyes forward. And remember, you got to go through all the steps in everything. For love, for money, doesn't matter. For your passions, you know, Ace of Wands, Two of Wands, Three of Wands. Focus, move forward. Focus, move forward. Then you hit the points where you got to defend what you've been focusing and building on. All right. All that work cannot be done if you're just constantly chasing the Cheshire Cat. Love and compassion. I love you guys so much. Please show yourselves the same amount of love and compassion you show everybody else. Because Libras, I love you guys to death, and you don't think nobody knows this, but I know how much you beat yourselves up on the inside and how much you compare yourselves to others. You are gorgeous, beautiful, vibrant souls that enter a room and change the energy immediately. Love yourself as much as you love everybody else. You deserve it from you too. All right. Scorpios. Whew. Man, these are going long. All right, Scorpios. For my timestamp jumpers. I hope somebody was keeping timestamps for me. All right, so for my timestamp jumpers, Valley of Fire is where I do these spreads. Usually I do just a morning collective energy reads whenever I can. Sometimes I'm here and do cards and cocktails in the evening. If I have a night to myself, some nights we do Sippin and Trippin with Rob with the deck of many things, where I can get that masculine energy flowing through as well. But that is all on the Valley of Fire. This page is going to be moving mostly towards just the magic stuff. And like I said with the magic stuff, you guys might think it's hokey dokey fluff. But what I am doing is trying to just give you basic templates to work with. You're supposed to use your imagination and your own magic to embellish upon the template that I give you. All right, Scorpios. I actually got 3 Scorpio placements. My Mercury's in Scorpio. So if you guys are ever wondering why I got such a sharp mouth, atonement and stillness, Scorpio. That is some heavy energy you got going on there. Beautiful, but heavy. All right, let's see what your 3D, 4D, 5D lines got going on. Let's see, what Disney character would you guys think Scorpio is? You immediately want to think of like a villain, right? Ursula. Little Mermaid. That's I would say that would be a mean Scorpio. Let's see, what would be a good Scorpio? I don't know, because I love Scorpios. My grandma's a Scorpio, and she's awesome. And she's the family matriarch. But she don't take no shit. I called my grandmother a witch once when I was like 4, and that woman flew over a baby gate and beat my... I say it like that. She ain't really beat nobody. My grandmother's like 5'4", 120 pounds, soaking wet. Even back then, she's always been this petite little thing. Glinda the Good Witch from Wizard of Oz. Belle, that's a good one too. Yes, very knowledgeable, right? That's a good one. Very knowledgeable, very logical in the decisions. Like Glenda the Good Witch. She could have helped Dorothy right there at the beginning. I mean, she helped her steal the shoes right there. She could have sent her home at that moment. But no, she wanted her to go through her journey. But Belle's a good one too. Not afraid to like bulk at the beast. I like that. All right, Scorpio, what do we got going on? We got the Eight of Rods. Things that you're moving on from pretty quickly. We got the Ten of Pentacles going on. Really an abundance flow around you. Really manifesting on bringing in that level. I got the Nine of Cups here. A lot of love around you right now. You got the Jack of Swords here. So this is just don't be too hasty to jump into anything right away. Take your time to really oversee it before you jump in or engage. And find that balance. All right, it's all about finding the balance right now. The balance between home and money. I'm almost out of coffee. I'm going to run out before the end. All right, for the 40 line, Two of Pentacles again. So right from 3D right into the 40, Two of Pentacles again. Just learning how to juggle and balance all these different dynamics in different areas that you get pulled in. But I see you're doing a really good job on it. 3D, 240. Princess of Cups. What? I give generously to the universe. The universe gives generously back to me. Beautiful, right? I see that you've completed a lot of toxic cycles. And you're really, balancing even your masculine and your feminine sides at this moment. Really seizing on your own power. And Four of Cups. Now, I just say, when you're really in these type of energies where you're really into yourself, you can kind of miss out on opportunities that are around you. So it's like, in one sense, it's saying, don't be too hasty in the decisions that you make, but at least keep your eye out for the other opportunities that are happening around you. And don't overindulge. If you are in a spot where you are doing really well, be mindful that you're not blowing all your money on overindulging on things that are detrimental to you. All right. On the 5D, I got the Queen of Cups here. What? Really getting into balancing your emotions and balancing the amount of love that comes in and out and where you want to send your nurturing energy, right? Empress. But you are responsible for those lives that are within your control, that are yours to watch over. Got the Temperance reverse on the 5D. So it's like you're balancing the home and money thing really well, but I see that you're still struggling a little bit to balance your light and your dark aspects. I see a Three of Swords, some heart connection on the 5D level that is still kind of yanking at you, all right? But this is what I've been telling everybody. King of Cups keeps popping up. It's just a strong energy this time. The King of Cups is when those emotions come in, you let them come in, you acknowledge them for what they are, whatever it is. It comes in, you think about this person who's, whatever, falling apart. You miss them, but they're destroying themselves or whatever, and you just can't, you touch that chord, you feel the energy on it, and it makes you sad. But then you release it. Like, okay, and you go back to your acceptance of it, right? You let it ebb and flow in. You let the comes in, and then you let them flow out, right? We got the Atonement card here. What? The Atonement is accepting where you are now is a result of all the decisions that you have made, right? All the decisions, all the reactions that you have made. It's time to sit still for a little bit. Time to sit still. Sit still and really contemplate that. Like I said, for everybody, look up Chang'e story. That is the big message with this full moon this weekend, right? It's all about accepting how every decision, every reaction, every connection we've ever made has been our own choice. And how we deal with it now is our atonement to it, right? Sit still with this. Hey, babe. I apologize, y'all. What is going on here? Oh, no, that's not him. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know what's going on. I am really sorry about that, y'all. I thought that was somebody on the phone. My daughter left her computer open, and that was her teacher doing the Friday tutoring sessions. She's asleep. My life, man, my life. All right, Scorpio. Hope those messages came in clear for you. Take your time for stillness. Once again, patience is bitter, but the fruit is sweet. All right, here we go again. Sagittarius. You know what? Let me give me just a second. I'm telling y'all, man. Real life, y'all. Real life. No nanny, no secretary. No, none of that over here for me. Doing this shit I'm on. I love y'all for being so patient with me. All right. Sagittarius, here we go. Sagittarius. Oh, yep. For everybody, 3D, 4D, 5D spreads are on the Valley of Fire page. And most of my tarot reading will be moving over there. This page will be going mostly to spell work. And mainly, I need to do that too because, I don't know, this page I think is like blacklisted or something because you cannot find me. You cannot, unless somebody sends you a link or you guys already know about this page, it's like it's blocked from other people being able to find it. I'll have friends tell me that. They're like, I have to, even if I put it in the search and you're subscribed, it won't pull me up. I am not easy to find. Yeah. Oh, my daughter, she does this thing. Her teacher is really sweet. He lets the kids, if they do good during the school day, what he'll do is he leaves the Google Classroom link open so that they can hang out with each other and get that social interaction in the evening with each other since they haven't been able to see each other for COVID. And I'm telling you, it's made all the difference for my daughter. It really has. Being able to hang out with her friends, and even if they're just on the Google Classroom, then they'll play Roblox on their devices together. That's how we've been keeping it at bay. Yeah, well, they say that too, that YouTube periodically will reset your bells. So, like, if the bell isn't lit up red, then you're not clicked on it. It won't send you notifications. And it'll reset that on you every so often as well. And I guess, I don't know. I guess it does that. It thinks it's being helpful by doing that. But then you'll end up realizing that your notifications and everything have been turned off on all your favorite stuff. Yeah, it's important. It's hard being lonely right now. And, you know, I think the adults right now can understand that because what have we've been doing it for years. I mean, before COVID, adults have been playing this game where we're closer more with our online friends than we are people in reality around us. It's hard to find people, close, which is why I've put in a lot of effort over the last few years to really get closer with the community here, with the Zen Den and all, because we're going to be working on building a sweat lodge, and we got the fair, another festival coming up next month and things like that, and just doing more of the rituals and stuff with them over there with the group. Yeah, and embracing actual people again for once. I think I've hermited long enough. I think 15 years and 2 failed marriages. Oh, I won't say failed. 2 marriages where a lot was learned on all parties. It's time to get back into the real world with real people. Because it's nice when you do things like, I can't wait to do the sweat lodge. You want to see real people? Go sit in a room and just sweat, just ugly sweat with other people and have yourself a spiritual experience. Oh man, I've been going so long, my coffee pot turned off. All right, Sagittarius 3D. Once again, we have the 8 of Swords moving on from something, a 10 of Swords. So it's like you're physically moving on from it, but mentally, you're still kind of trapped in it. The King of Fire here, and he's walking away from something too. King of Cups, but in this deck, he's kind of heartless, right? He's defending his heart. And the 6 of Pentacles, wanting to be generous and fair. That's a lot on the 3D there, Sagittarius. I ain't gonna lie. This dual masculine energy, with your fellow fire sign, my moon is in Sagittarius. So there's a lot of masculine energy going here. And there's a lot of balancing passion and heart. A lot of balancing passion and heart right now. Let's see what the other lines say. To say at the end here, it's just to focus on making sure whatever you're working through that it's balanced. Give, but don't give to you detrimental to yourself, right? And make sure that you're getting the same respect in return. You know what I'm saying? The same consideration. There we go. In return of whatever you're dealing with that you're having to move on from. I get the Ace of Pentacles here. So this is 4D. So this is wanting to plant some new things within the 3D. Really wanting to see them grow. Queen of Swords. I see quick thinking, perceptive, really trying to move through things and cut through the BS. Get the Prince of Wands and then the Queen of Wands here. And then the Emperor at the end. So it's just really what? I'm being pulled by passion. I'm embracing my passion. But I'm also becoming very aware of what exactly I have control over and what I don't. All right. And I think that's a lot to do with the 3D there too. What? I think it's controlling where your emotions are and controlling the fact that, or understanding the fact that you can't make yourself love something you don't, and you can't make yourself stop loving something you do. All right, that's not really what's in control. You're in control of a lot of the physical aspects around you. You're in control of your reaction, and you're in control of your reality, but you can't control other people. Oh, you hear the birdies are waking up. Alrighty. I do see a lot of good going on. I mean, I'm not sure what's really going on in your 3D there. I'm not going to lie, it was pretty confusing. It seems like you really want to move on from something and you're not really sure where your emotions even lie in it. But the 5D says there's a lot of potential in whatever it is you're working in with the 4 of Wands here. There's a lot of potential in celebration, right? But now this is typically a marriage card, the 1111 card. But in this deck, it's 2 women out here in front of like a circus tent celebrating on what they're building, right? not necessarily a relationship card in this deck. I see the Nine of Wands, a need to really defend what it is you have built for yourself. This is messages from the 5D telling you what you need to really focus on, all right? What you have built for yourself, defend that, right? Nine of Pentacles, where your focus goes, energy flows. So definitely keep focusing on what you've been building with these connections here. King of Swords, right? Don't be clear and be precise in what it is that you are trying to accomplish and what you've built. And don't be afraid to defend that, all right? You know, the King of Swords he could come off as kind of an a-hole, but he really is he's mindful of his words. And what he says is not intended on hurting. So be mindful of what your intentions are when you're speaking, but don't be afraid to say hard truths. He says hard truths. He's logical, right? Page of Pentacles. It's a lot of inspiring ideas coming in for you right now in the 5D. Don't miss out on those, right? You don't have time to do them, write them down, okay? I do see kind of an unhealthy obsession with something going on, and you're really needing to take some time to really, really reflect on it, all right? And reflect on yourself. Once again, Chang-O, look her up. Look her up. Reflect on how you feed the obsession. Reflect on how you created the obsession. Reflect on how you created the thought pattern that led to that obsession, all right? And that's how you'll end up being able to break it, right? Patience is bitter, but the fruit is sweet. All right. Sagittarius, Capricorn. Capricorn. Wow, that's so long for you. Capricorn. Timestamp jumpers. Valley of Fire is where I do 3D, 4D, 5D, collective readings in the morning, cards and cocktails in the evening sometimes, and sometimes Sippin and Trippin with Rob in the deck of many things. I'll put the link below as soon as I'm done doing this. Ooh. Cappies. Blinded to the pain. Man, I'm trying to remember. I was looking something up last night, and there was someone who was a Capricorn. It was a famous person. I was shocked. Wow. Dude, modern technology, all of human knowledge in a tiny computer that I can hold in my hand. And anytime I have a thought, I can just look it up. Do you have any idea how much random stuff I research? People are going to look at my Google search history when I die, and they're just going to be like, really? That's what you looked up? Nurturing. Ooh, blinded to the pain. Blinded to people taking advantage of you. Are you trying to nurturing, but you're being taken advantage of, Capricorn? Sounds about right for y'all. Sounds about right for y'all. I would say Capricorns have one of the worst raps for being so big-hearted. I don't know, it's like you're so logical, but at the same time, you're so loving. So now another time the number 13 came up. 13 is in the spell video too. One of the planets is at 13. I believe it's Mercury. Mercury and Taurus at 13 degrees right now. It's a lot of energy from the divine feminine going on. Definitely in your spread already too, just in the divine, just in the 5D line. And feminine energy is not easy to work with. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people use magic, and a lot of people use the masculine energy of magic, right? Oh, cold, logic, reasoning, right? But the feminine magic is intuition-based. And when you run on intuition-based, then you have to allow yourself to be open to the ebb and flow of the energies of the universe. So that means you feel the moons. You feel the planets. You feel things moving around you, right? And you have to learn how to filter and focus those things. And it's not always easy. And that's why most people cannot operate within the divine feminine energy. Some can. Some male readers are really good at tapping into it. But for the most part, most people do not work from within the divine feminine center when working with magic. All right, Capricorn. Get the 5 of Cups here. Right? 5 of Cups is usually dwelling on the one that got away. But it's saying focus towards the future. Don't focus on the spilt cups. Focus on the future and what could be coming in the future there. You know, we got the 9 of Cups, and we are always telling you, she's on a razor's edge there. 9 of Cups is hard to maintain. 9 of Cups is all about loving yourself, right? In order, if you notice, the 9 of Cups card has one person sitting in it with all the cups behind them, right? 9 of Cups is found on your own. It's a frequency of, I love myself so much. It doesn't matter who else loves me anymore. That is a hard frequency to maintain. And what will end up happening is you will build a big old wall around yourself. And then you get the 4 of Cups. What the 4 of Cups is, you're so worried about the 3 spilt cups that you're not even noticing a cup coming in because you're so defensive over your 9 of Cups. I'm powerful on my own. Don't be worried. If you're so powerful on your own, you could end up alone if you're not careful. All right. There are leaps of faith that need to be made, but you don't want to be pushed by the cats. You don't want to be eaten by the reptilians. The objective is to focus on the butterfly there. I love this. One, because it's kind of like, look, see how he's focused up? What is in his bag, too? The health staff. He's focused on his own health, his own transformation, right? But what if I fall? Oh, darling, what if you fly? Right? I see a lot of struggling to maintain a passion right now. Really trying to nurture, I think, yourself at the moment, which is really where your focus should be. 2 of Wands. Focus on where you're going in life right now. 3 of Pentacles. Focus on your skills and your works. Definitely focus on those things. Don't worry so much about the love stuff, because see, that's exactly what's happening. You're so worried that someone's going to come in and distract you from what you're doing that you've built up this big old wall. But because you're worried about it, it's going to give you things to defend yourself against. So be mindful you don't get stuck in that thought process, right? Focus on what it is you're building. Where your focus goes, your energy flows. That's what they always say, right? I see you getting ready to come out of period of mourning. This is 5D here. Out of a period of worry, right? It's reversed. You're coming out of it. The world is starting to open up to you. Seize into that divine feminine energy. Seize into it. Now is the time. It's not easy to work with. It'll make you a little wonky with your emotions for a while you get used to it, but seize into it for sure. Feel it flow through and around you, right? Ace of Pentacles reversed. Some energy is just not meant to be seen in physical reality, right? Some energy is just meant for you alone, and for you to feel, and that is okay. And you are allowed to always have that space. So if you have a relationship that doesn't allow you to have this space, that's a problem, right? Now, while you are building that energy, make sure that you are nurturing yourself and grounding yourself and taking care of yourself and those that are most important to you. Do not blind yourself to people who are taking advantage of you and bleeding you dry. Be mindful of who's a parasite. They could have the best intentions in the world. I know you can deal with a lot of people that are struggling with a lot of their own personal issues, but their personal issues are not your issues. You need to be nurturing yourself. You're trying to build yourself your own beautiful reality. And you're not going to get it letting other people that are just using you. All right, Cappies. I love you so much. I love you so much. All right. Aquarius. Here we go. Aquarius, Aquarius, Aquarius. Timestamp jumpers. Valley of Fires, where I do 3D, 4D, 5D cards and coffee in the morning. I also do cards and cocktails sometimes in the evenings. I also sometimes do Sippin and Trippin with Rob. There is no set schedule for these things. If I get up early enough to do it, I do it. If I have the time to do it, I do it. If we feel like doing it, we do it. You know, we enjoy doing that stuff for you guys over there. This page is going to be going mostly to magic. So I'll be putting those links up as soon as I'm done with the live, if you're not already over there. There's also Rob's channel, 143 Loots, where, we have our little fun urban exploring adventures and fishing adventures and things like that we'll be doing over there. As the weather gets nicer, there will be more videos over there. We've went to make it a few, but we've gotten all rained out and messed out. I need to get a separate. I want to get a external hard drive just for holding on to footage, so that way I don't have to keep deleting stuff to make space. I can make videos with little short segments of us and our shenanigans and things not working out, because you'd be surprised. It is not easy, y'all. It is not easy. But one of my favorite things to say with the kids when I hear them arguing with their computer games is, if it was easy, it wouldn't be fun. Ooh, Aquarius, what are you doing with all these planets finally direct for you? Wake up call. Artificial heart. Let's see what we got going on for your 3D, 4D, 5D. No, thinking on Aquarius, what movie would I think would go good with Aquarius? I'm still stuck on The Little Mermaid. Bloopers, yes. Oh, man. Oh, man. 2 Aries. I call Rob Captain Chaos. And for real, y'all, we do a lot of stuff on our cell phones, so I'm limited to the space that I have on my SD cards, which I need to upgrade to. I realized that my kids have larger SD cards in their phones than I do. Aquarius, I will say your card just popped up right in the middle of your 5D line. This is going to be some heavy energy with y'all. I mean, it's not easy having all these planets in your sign. I mean, I know Aries went the hell through it a couple years ago. Pisces is getting ready. Pisces is in it too right now. There's a lot going on for them. Virgo, we got that full moon in your sign. Completely opposed to everything. It's a big moon. It's a big moon. All the planets being direct for a full moon is huge, man. I'm telling y'all, man, I've just been buzzing on the energy for a couple of days now. I keep waking up at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Luckily, we do this thing where we put on that ambient, either theta waves or a thunderstorm or something like that. So if I wake up and I can't go back to sleep, I'll just lay there and just really zone into a meditative state for a while and at least allow my body to finish getting the rest that it needs. All right, Aquas, what do we got? What do we got? I see a big victory is coming for you. See you really focusing on where you're going. Trying to balance out that heart, but probably coming off a little cold. Dude, man, didn't we just get these two? Y'all watch me shuffle, right? Y'all watch me shuffle. Who the hell had this? Was this Capricorn that had this, or was it Sagittarius that had these two cards? Right? Right? Balancing emotions and trying to figure out what you need to move on for. I love this. This card is like, it reminds me of Rhett Butler from Gone with the Wind. Frankly, Scarlett, I don't give a damn. But I am in control of my passions. My passions do not control me. I am in control of my heart. My heart does not control me. But Aquarius, you say all this. And I think the reason that you even could put up this persona of being this cocky is you think you have other options. You either think you have other options, or secretly you want another option. Or secretly you're already in love with another option. Or you didn't get the option that you originally wanted, so you're able to hold this total control over what you got in your 3D right now because it's all logic-based. It's all logic-based, but you didn't let your passions guide you. You didn't let your heart guide you. You just went completely with logic, which is totally like you. Excuse me, man. Wow. Look, I love Aquarius, man. My grandfather's an Aquarius. My father was an Aquarius, and I can tell you one thing I knew about those two. But when they wanted to be alone, my grandfather could spend hours in the garage. My father had a closet under the stairs where he built replica ships. Excuse me, man. I get through these last two signs. 40 line, Magician. All right, yes, you are a powerful entity. You are a powerful energy, and you have the ability to create your own reality through manifestation around you. You do. You do have a lot of victory going on. You win. Congratulations, Aquarius. You have won, right? Ooh, the Sagittarius card. Finding some balance, but did you really? I win. Still there. 4 of Cups. But still mad at yourself because you missed the cup that was being offered. $5D. 13. Time of death and rebirth, right? Endings of old cycles, beginning of new. Queen of Pentacles, nurturing what you are most responsible for and nurturing the ground that you stand on. There's your card, Aquarius. What? Still holding on to those strings and that connection of hope and renewal. And knowing that that cord is connected to the divine. The wheel is still turning for you. And the 10 of Pentacles, you are still in that energy. For all that is going on, Aquarius, thanks to your beautiful mind and your amazing logic and your ability to use that magician to manifest, you are able to at least maintain a steady foundation in those areas. Which, like I said, always working on something. What if I can't work on anything on an emotional level? I will find something physical to do. Artificial heart. Can only bottle stuff in for so long, and if you're not really in detriment of falling into some addictions and things like that if you're bottling things up and you're faking shit. All right. There's a big wake-up call coming for you guys. Big wake-up call coming for you guys. And the wake-up call is it was supposed to be effortless. And I think there was something that you put too much effort into that should have just been allowed to flow naturally and effortlessly. But you guys' super outer perspective logic trying to control the river, which dams, and you try to divert it, and you tried to control it, and you tried to, and then that's how, you created a dam. You blocked the effortless flow of what was happening. You created a dam, and now there's a tidal wave coming for you. Patience is bitter, but the fruit is sweet. I don't think you were very patient. All right. Oh, yeah, Aquarius. I love you guys. Look up Chang'o. She is the goddess of this moon. All right. And last but not least, my fishies. Been talking about you guys a lot lately with the sun in your sign. What else do we have in your sign? I don't remember. I have a Venus in Pisces. So, man, and I'm on the cusp. And I have a daughter and a sister and a brother-in-law and a niece. I have a lot of Pisces in my life. I love you guys so much. It's kind of a love-hate relationship with Pisces, I think. It's like the toddler and the old lady. It's like, it's so much fun, and then at the same time, we can just annoy the hell out of each other. You're being frumpy. You're being a lunatic. I have all that going on right in the center of my heart chakra. When I say it's like I like to say sun, moon, rising. Your sun is like your maiden phase or your youth phase. Your rising is your warrior mother phase, and your moon is your crone or sage phase. But your Venus is your heart chakra. So it's like your heart has, your heart actually has this little cluster of neurons in it that are very closely related to what brain neurons look like. And those are actually what your heartstrings are. And extreme emotional trauma can actually break those cords. So when people say, is it possible to die of a broken heart? Oh, yeah, it is. It's 110% possible. Strong enough, and that's what would cause like an instant heart attack, right? No reason, no clots were thrown, no nothing else. There was no reason for the heart attack. That's what happened. But that little brain just short-circuited. I think it's funny too. Forest, breathe. Queen of my world. All right, Pisces. For my timestamp numbers, remember I am telling everybody today that all my tarot reading, cards and coffee, where I do 3D, 40, 5D in the morning with a cup of coffee, just a collective energy read, is on the Valley of Fire page. Also with my cards and cocktails and my Sippin and Trippin with Robs and the Deck of Many Things. FYI, I have patented cards and coffees and cards and cocktails for thieves that are already starting to copy my shit. Anybody who needs any proof that I've been doing cards and coffee the longest, need only look in the Coven the Silver Cord on Facebook, because it had initially started on that thread. Actually, it initially started in the Celeste Draco page, but that page is gone. Gone. I had to delete it because I had creepy stalkers and I had way too much information out on that page. Believe it or not, with all I share now, I had even more before. And my fishies, with your tails tied together. Are your fish working together? You guys are like Geminis with your dual personalities here. Are your fish working together? Are they working against each other? Are you just swimming in circles? Are you going nowhere because you're pulling in opposite directions? See what we got going on for the fishies. I'm going to say it doesn't look too terrible right now. It looks pretty good. Happy birthday, y'all. Actually, it's my sister's birthday. It's my sister's birthday, 1982. Oh, my sister is an inspirational tale all unto herself. Had kids in her teenage years. Now she is 39 and she's about to graduate from nursing school. We're all very, very proud of her. She took the CNA route, got paid very little money for doing very gross medical jobs, and then worked her way up until the hospitals paid for her to go to school. I mean, opportunities are there, y'all. You just got to find out what you are passionate about. My sister is a healer in a different way. Pisces, control. My sister is also kind of a control freak in her own way. Be mindful that you're not like a devilish ruler. Don't be super duper controlling over your 3D, okay? Find some balance. Don't overspend, don't underspend. Balance your home and your work. Don't fry yourself out. Definitely defend what's important, though. Don't let people step on your toes and derail you from your plans. You can give generously, but do not give till you are in your own detriment. And 5 of Swords. But the more you have, the more people are going to fight around you. That's generally just how it goes. How much you engage in the 5 of Swords is up to you. 5 of Swords is usually also after the battle is complete. At that point, you could just be happy the battle's over. And then win or lose, be grateful that that whole anxiety build up to the battle and the actual battle, all that's done now. So now just let it roll out. Mercury retrograde ended. We're in the post-shadow phase. So whatever drama's built up then will slowly roll out and resolve themselves with all these beautiful planets direct with the sun in Pisces. You guys got a lot of opportunity you could be seizing on, a lot of positive energy. All right. I do see, I don't feel like you feel like you're getting a lot of messages of love. I feel like there's a lot just going on. I don't feel like you feel like you're getting a lot of the love, and you don't feel like you're giving enough love. However that resonates with you. I do see you're in a strong soul connection though, right? I do see a lot of passion and virtue and moving forward with it. I do see you seizing on your own powers. Like I said, look at this. I love the Princess of Wands in this. What? I don't want to just reach for the stars. I want to put my own star in the sky. Right? Prince of Pentacles. Keep making those forward movements in the physical. All right. I see a lot of rite of passage going on, a lot of things you're having to learn how to do on your own without help, a lot of nurturing those seeds, a lot of really putting plans into where you are moving forward, a lot of working on skills, though I feel like you do need to put a little bit of effort into that 2 of Cups connection, right? Don't forget, don't get so busy being queen of your own world that you're forgetting about very important connections that you need to send some love to, okay? And when you are seriously overwhelmed, get out into nature and breathe. Breathe. Even if it's cold outside, y'all, I mean, wrap up in some blankets and stuff like that and go sit on the porch and just breathe in some of that cold air. Cold air is actually really, really good for you. I mean, in some countries, they still like put babies, they bundle them up in their little buggies and they leave them outside in the snow. Because cold air is the clearest air you can breathe. Don't be afraid of the cold. All right? And remember, Patience is bitter, but the fruit is sweet. All right, y'all. That is 2 hours of reading. I love you. For those who stuck around and watched all of this, blessed be all those who walk these weird and windy paths with me. As always, like, share, subscribe, spank my bell. Remember, I'm going to be putting the Valley of Fire link under here. If you want 3D, 4D, 5D readings in the morning, collective energy readings, the cards and cocktails, all that. That's where I'm going to be doing most of my readings, y'all. This page is going to be mostly for magic. I love y'all. Blessed full moon, and I'll catch you on the 27th over in Silver Cord with our casting there.